we had very bad experiences sometimes in England. Like the BBC people called me on the television and asked me to speak on that, but they said, we can't believe that you should do it without money. I said, why? How much will you pay me? He said, no, an Anglo-Saxon brain cannot understand anything without money. I said, then Anglo-Saxon brain cannot get realization. That is the equation. How much Christ charged you? If you understand Christ at all, must know that we sold him and we are still selling him. You cannot sell God and you cannot sell all these things. That's what they were surprised at. And they wouldn't have me on the BBC. I said, I will not say anything against BBC. But as far as my work is concerned, you cannot pay me. How much will you pay? You just tell me. This is just love and just affection. Like Sid came and just say hello to me. How much should I pay him for that? Love cannot charge. All right, for your hall you can, for other things you can. This is one thing we cannot understand. And I went to Toronto, I was surprised, they asked me a question, how many Rolls Royces you have? I said, I don't have any. Then they are not interested in me, there's no business about it. Now, we have to understand that we are seekers of truth. And we are seekers of peace within, silence within, the love within. And that power that gives you, empowers you to love others. Now, when we love others, our idea of love is either there is some sort of a possession, or maybe some greed, or maybe some lust or something. But this love has nothing to do with that. It's pure love. And the pure divine love is such like a sap in a tree, which rises, goes to all the parts of the tree, goes to the flower, goes to the fruit, grows to the leaves, and comes back. Supposing it gets entangled into one flower, the tree will die and the flower will also die. It doesn't get attached, but it nourishes. It absolutely involved, but not attached. All this discretion you develop when you have your vibrations, and you are surprised that you start talking like a third person. Like we had one lady from India, she came down with me to Los Angeles, and we had her son from Honolulu. She said, Mother, give him realization. I said, I've tried, you give. She said, how can I? He's not getting it. So I said, then how can I? Then I said, all right, give him a certificate, he's a realized soul. How can I give him a false certificate, Mother? I said, that's the point, he's not getting realization, that's the point, accept the truth. So what should we do? I said, that's different point. But he is not getting realization. One must understand that. So she said, yes, it's true, it doesn't go, it doesn't work. It. She didn't say, I have done it or I do it. It doesn't work. You become a third person, you start talking in a third person language. As in Sanskrit we call it is akarma, that your action becomes non-action. You do not act anymore, but it becomes a non-action, a detached action. You just say it doesn't work out, it doesn't move, it doesn't come up, or it does. So it's something else that is doing. Actually, you are raising the Kundalini, but you don't say that. And this power, all of you have got. All of you have got this power, all of you should have it. Why should you hesitate not to have it? I just don't understand. Supposing you belong, say, to somebody or some special dogmas or anything, that has not given you full satisfaction. That has given you nothing. So why not have this power which makes you absolutely dynamic? Now, you know my age is, I'm very old and I'm a housewife and I'm a grandmother and I have so much things to be done on the other side of my married life and I travel so much. Everything I do, I don't feel tired at all. And you can become very magnetic, and such a person becomes such a pure personality that even a glance of such a person can create peace, can give you joy, can lift you, can cure you, can do anything. Such an ocean of power is within your reach, and why should we get it? It's very simple. This is what all of them have said. It's not that it was said only by Christ, but every one of them has said that you have to get your realization. Say, it was thousands of years back when Rama came. Even before that, we had many other people. They came. Then came Sri Krishna. Then came, in this world, as you know, Buddha, Mahavira. All of them said, get your realization. Buddha, Mahavira went to such an extent that they said, don't talk of God. Don't talk of incarnation. Just say, get your realization. Only self-realization. Nothing else. Because they thought when you start talking about God, they just slip off. So tell them you get your realization is the point, and that's what is important. So people call them Anishwarvad, means the ones who are atheists, they don't believe in God. They did believe in God, no doubt, but they didn't want to talk about it because they thought talking about God becomes a talk and a talk and a talk. So now the time has come to have the experience. Unfortunately, Houston seems to be a little far away for my touring and all that. But in the whole world, we have thousands and thousands of people who have got realization or are doing this work. Not necessarily that you have to give up your job. Nothing has to be given up. You are so dynamic. You don't have to change your names and wear funny dresses. Nothing of the kind. Some people think you have to develop some horns. You see. There's no need to do all that nonsense. Wherever you are, it is an internal thing that takes place. It becomes your own power. Only thing, the glow on the face is different. The glint in the eye is there. And such a person is a very loving, affectionate, and peaceful person. Doesn't get disturbed. No pressures of any kind, nothing of the kind. A very, I should say, a contented person. A very contented person. All this is your own. Just this breakthrough has to take place. And I'm sure it will work out. So as I said it, truth, love, and joy are one thing. Because all of them are the quality of the Spirit. Truth, you know on your attention. Whenever you pay your attention to someone, you know the truth about that person. You know truth about yourself. And you know the ultimate truth also, that you are the Spirit. You are not this body. You are not this mind. You are the Spirit. This is the greatest truth. And that's why it has to be established. Once you become the truth, all the powers of the Spirit start manifesting automatically. As like a television, if you see, it looks like a little box. But once connected, you see the dynamism of that. In the same way, this ultimate breakthrough has to take place. May God bless you all.